Hello everybody, we have a very great video assessment that's going to teach you guys how to use Cartesian coordinate system. Now for Cartesian coordinate system, this is actually the actual one that we always been given, and remember in all the questions that we had, we used that as a Cartesian coordinate system. X hat is going towards the right and the y hat is going up, so the z hat has come out of the board. I had x and y hat, and then the z hat coming out. Now for this question, we have been given all these six, and you're trying to determine which one of them has a mistake, and then having the unit vectors. Remember, these are unit vectors, so it's not a scalar because it's unit vectors, and they all have to be 1. So you have x hat going to right, y hat going up, and then z hat comes out of the board, so it's going to be a z hat that we're going to draw. Again, I could have drawn like my chemistry stuff, but I'm just going to go with dot because that's easier. Now, for the next one, I have x hat still on the right, but the z hat going up. Do not panic if you have a z hat on top. It just means the z hat and y hat that we had for the original one, it just been replaced. So y hat is coming out of the board. We're going to draw the dot and then on the y hat to show that y hat is coming out of the board. Well, the same thing also seems to be repeated for the next question, because we still have the z hat going up. I think for this one actually y hat comes out of the board and I had x hat, and then z hat I have to draw it upwards. But this one I had z hat and x hat, so I have to draw y hat coming off the board. So remember, whenever they want to have x hat, y hat, z hat, because these are the Cartesian coordinate system. And we're using the right hand rule, or sometimes this is actually the basic rule. Remember that whatever it is, all of them have to have a 90 degrees angle. They're mutually perpendicular. For the next one, we have y hat towards the left, x hat goes up, which is kind of being thinking that 90 degree pushing the y hat. So we're gonna have z hat still coming out of the board. Nothing really problem, just we have a little bit being mixed. Now I have y hat again coming out of the board, but it's like in the other way, or maybe it's going to push inside. Still, because I have the x hat towards the right, the z hat is going to go up, so we're going to draw the z hat up. The last one has a mistake. Why? Because I told you when I was actually doing all these problems that the Cartesian coordinate system have to be perpendicular. That's the rule. All of them have a 90 degrees angle. But x and z hat have a obtuse angle, which is going to be negative, and this is not going to work because Cartesian coordinate system is going to be mutually perpendicular, and I can have a y hat to make for with one of them. I can, okay, so I say y hat comes out of the board. I can have a 90 degrees angle with the x hat, but I'm not going to have 90 with the z hat. Or maybe I have a 90 with the z hat, but still the z and x hat are going to have no right angle and they're not perpendicular, so this is going to have a mistake. You cannot have a Cartesian coordinate system that the coordinate systems are not perpendicular. That's the rule, and that's why I need the rules. That has a mistake. Hopefully you guys understand. This is the coordinate system, and this is also the unit vector. So if we give you two unit vectors of a Cartesian coordinate system, just remember what I'm missing. If I have the x hat and y hat, I need to find the z hat. If I have x and z hat, I need to find the y hat. Or if I have y hat and z hat, I need to find the x hat. This is basically the understanding between this, and hopefully you guys learn about it, and you'll see you guys in next videos using these and vectors and components, and hopefully you have fun. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments.